Welcome to October 2020, the year of crazy. I'm adding to the crazy by doing 2 prompt lists this year. One will be in a traveler's notebook of my own design using Mab's Drawloween Club prompts, and then I will be playing in an already started altered book using prompts from Inktober. In real life, I'm currently recovering from a broken ankle that required screws and plates inserted, so my Halloween challenges will also take on an abandoned, haunted hospital theme also. This is as much planning as I will do ahead of time, as I like the paper to dictate any of my projects. So sit back, enjoy the goofiness that will most likely happen, and as always, thanks for watching. Good morning. Our prompt today is poison. Now, I have a piece of vellum. I finally got my insert the way I wanted it, and it's actually a magazine that I ripped to the right size, folded the pages in half, and have started painting them. But whatever finish they used on this magazine, it's bubbling everything up. And I mean, it's just a creepy Halloween background for sure, without even trying. And I can only paint a couple pages at a time because then they get too wet. I have to let them dry. So, well, I'm almost done. Okay. So, my old insert that I cannibalized to put in here, and I'm still cannibalizing it, has a piece of vellum for today. And this green sheet, which is creepy for poison. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut this apart. Here's our poison. And how does it relate to the haunted abandoned hospital? Sometimes this same poison is put through the vents at the hospital. Beware. These are the pumpkins I have. Right here. Beware. They're little. Anyhow, it's just fun stuff. So I'm going to cut, which is going to take a while. Oy, oy, oy. And the other prompt is radio, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that one either. So let's see if I can't get this cut apart and rearranged. I'm trying to remember to put these things on Instagram. I put the first few on Instagram this morning, yesterday for you. And my Instagram is 4x8 paper stuff also. I'm not very active on Instagram. I love looking at everything and I love posting on there. I just don't remember to do it. And nothing is staged or properly filtered or anything. It's just me. It defeats the purpose of Instagram if you filter it, if you ask me. But what do I know? I'm not a social influencer. Kind of like the idea of this branch. Well, our president is in the hospital. Okay, I'm going to save some of this because there's a cat in those pumpkins. I might put beware across here too. Somehow. All right. Yeah, our president went in the hospital yesterday. I'm not convinced it's all a scam because his tax returns were finally going to be an issue, and how he doesn't pay taxes, and how my sister, who lives hand to mouth, paid more taxes than he did for several years. 10, 15 years. It's insane. All right, I think I'm going to cut off this over here because I don't want to lose the smoke. You see this smoke coming out of the poison? And my sister's office is shut back down again because a whole bunch of them went to a wedding and somebody had it at the wedding. All right, I'm good with that, just like that. All right, let's see if we can't just, if I put this on this green background, you can still see the green enough to make it creepy. And this tape, I think once I take the backing off, won't be visible. But if it is, c'est la vie. Oh, and poor California. The fires are just out of control again. They're now at peak fire season. And Napa and Sonoma counties are exploding. And it's starting to get close to where it burnt 3 years ago. And so many people lost houses, and it's just, and it's like 6% contained, some crazy number. Now we still have this poison bottle. To work with also. And then we have to come up with, oh, what could we put on here? Treats? Or I smell children. Let's do I smell children. Time for poison. This is kind of cool. Or we could put pumpkin spice poison. Oh, let's do that. In the basement of the abandoned hospital, they found pumpkin spice poison brewing, coming through the vents. Let's do that. I love this bowl though, but it's probably $300 or $400, and I'm not paying $300 or $400 for a bowl for Halloween. Oh, I know what we could do. Hold on, the juices are starting to flow. All right. Now, what I do on the inside is going to show through. So maybe I can do it on this side and behind this. Spell out beware and put beware. Pumpkin spice poison has been detected in the air vents. Yeah. Like a notice coming from the hospital, an email. This came out of the catalog, I think either last year or the year before. I think I've had these little pumpkins for 2 or 3 years. I bought them at the main store in New York when I was there the last time. Was it the last time or the second to the last time? I would love to go back. When I went to New York last time, I said I wasn't going back because I don't know. I got a little, I was there too long. I was there for 7 days. And I went by myself, which some people, including family members, think I'm crazy to go by myself. It's like, that's one of the best places you can go and be by yourself. And I went every day. And I created, because I like the number 7, so I created a kind of like a prompt list of things to do. I had to see 7 different city parks. I had to, or green spaces. I had to write on 7 different types of transportation. I had to go to 7 different places, like a museum or art gallery or whatever. I had 7 things like that, and 7 things within those 7 things. And I think I had to journal in 7 different spots, because I took my journal, and every day I would go to the library or to a park that was near me. I usually stay in Times Square area just because it's centrally located. And I had to go to 7 new stores, which I had looked up all these. I went to a stamp store, the guy that made homemade stamps in like this basement dungeon place. That's where I got my Leonardo da Vinci stamp, and I got Globe stamp. It was cool. He was a little eccentric. I think everybody in New York is a little eccentric. But yeah, I just stayed too long. So next time, so I said I wasn't going to go back. Plus I had bad flights coming and going, and I had a bad experience in the hotel with them checking me out a day early, which was a big fiasco, but it worked out okay. And I stayed too long. But I'm ready to go back. Having a 3-year break is good. But I think I went like 2 or 3 years in a row. I journaled every night in the hotel and made videos from the hotel. It was fun. And I think New York is one of the best cities to do something like that in. Now, I have this tree. So far, you can't see anything. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to... I need to watercolor some more paper.
You all right while I take a shower?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Do I use that green or do I use that green? This one? This one. Kind of like this one. I may have gotten this in New York. When I travel very light. I think the last time I went with just carry-on stuff. And came back with way too much ephemera. I collected everything. But that's where I get a lot of my foreign script newspapers. New York is a good place for that. And you can get a lot of them free, like in newspaper boxes and stuff on corners or in hotel lobbies. I still don't want this to show through. I think it's going to, though. That's okay. All right. Let's ink it up. You know, it would be a great city to do this journal from. Prague. I love Prague. Only been once. Would love to go back. When we went down the Rhine the last time. The Rhine? No, the Danube. We did Prague first, and then we did Vienna along the way, and we did Budapest at the end. Oh my gosh. I was very surprised by Budapest. Budapest would be a good place too. All right, let's put warning to all patients. Hospital staff has detected. Can we put pumpkin spice from here? Yeah, pumpkin spice poison. How do you spell poison? P-O-I-S-O-N, just like it sounds. Sometimes, you know, when you get an ink pen in your hand, you don't know how to spell. Poison being filtered through the air vents. Yes. So this one is poison. And this one I didn't have any kind of what do you call it? I'm brain dead. Label for the actual prompt itself. The altered book does. I started my little book about the stories that I'm telling every day. I'm writing them down so I can have them. Now it might not show. Just a little bit, but just enough to kind of make you open this up. Oh, cool. Poison. There's the poison coming through the air vents. There's the hospital notification. Warning to all patients, hospital staff has detected pumpkin spice poison being filtered through the air vents. Yeah. Anyhow, okay, that's that one. Check. Put you away for the day. Now this one is radio. And I kind of picked out one of my pages. I'm painting some of these pages too. When I have extra paint from this one, I get it wet and add it to this page. But this matches perfectly, and this is like an old abandoned corridor in a hospital. But we're going to call it the radio room. And then somewhere I had a tag, which is coincidentally painted green, and I'm going to put it over here. And how could I say this? Radio room. Could we say like tapes found in radio room are of squeaky wheelchairs? Yes. Inside scoop. My wheelie cart here that I'm sitting on and that I use every day for my mode of transportation right now squeaks. I might try to remember to record it. Let me see how my time is doing here. Oh, I'm doing good. Okay. Might try to remember to record it and add it as a sound effect. Yeah, in the background. My husband calls me Squeaky Fromm. If you're not from the United States, you might not know who that is. That was one of the ladies that shot President Reagan in the 80s. He calls me Squeaky Fromm because I squeak everywhere I go. All right, so that happened to match these colors that came from my other journal. This was more of said paint, I think, without so much water. All right, what did I just say? Radio recordings have been found in basement. That's not going to stick very well. This is heavy cardstock. And it's painted. And now this is a painted surface too. So let's just double stick. Doesn't hurt. Radio recordings found in basement of squeaky wheelchairs. I don't know how this is all going to tie together. I have a cast of characters and a cast of incidents. But I don't know how it's all going to tie together. Does it have to? It would be fun if it did, but it's not a deal breaker if it doesn't. It just could be a whole bunch of glimpses of life at an abandoned haunted hospital, right? All right, so this is number 4 radio. Radio recording. Found in locked chamber in basement level of hospital. I still don't have a name for the hospital. Most sounds are of squeaky wheelchairs. It's just the fun stuff, right? Insert squeaky wheelchair sound here. All right, does this need a frame? I don't know. Seems a little too easy, but I love the effect. I love him. Bulky bruises, self-care overkill. Now bruises are spreading. Outcome, admitted to the 4th floor for further observations. The 4th floor is getting kind of crowded, people. Okay, fun. Thanks for watching. What's tomorrow? Blade. Surely there's rusty blades in the operating room. Surely. What's tomorrow on this guy? Witch. Okay, that's like a no-brainer. I got 100 witches here. Okay. But I only have One witch in a wheelchair. Could she be the recording of her wheelchair? I don't know. All right, that's enough playing for today. Thanks for watching. Beware of squeaky wheelchairs. Bye.